And there you have it. Juventus head into Christmas 6th in the Serie A. We're talking 7 wins, 10 draws, 0 defeats. The only team in the world heading into Christmas unbeaten. Now, it's something to take pride in. It's something that's positive. It's definitely something to be happy about. But there's a lot of room for improvement. So with this video, I'll split it. Half of it a review of Monza 1, Juve 2, and then the second part, a half-season review of Juventus of Thiago Motta. Now, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. It always helps the channel grow. Make sure to hit the like. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. How you think this half-season has been. Let's get into it. Now, let's start off with the review. Let's start off with the game. Monza 1, Juventus 2. Juve coming up against the team bottom of the Serie A. This is a game, this is a team where you boost the goal difference. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, these are the games, you go into them, get 4, 5, 6. Boost the goal difference. Capitalize on the weaker opposition. These are games that Juve should really be putting the opposition to the sword. Juventus secure a 2-1 victory thanks to goals from Nico Gonzalez, back from injury. 2 goals in 2 games. Westonne McKenni, the makeshift left back. Juventus secured the 3 points away from home. What do I make of the game? It was scruffy. I'll be honest. It was a very scruffy game. It was dull in moments. It was chaotic. Even when you look at the 2 goals, they were like replicas of one another. Scruffy in the opposition box, ricochets, rebounds. Juve players pounce on the loose ball, put it into the back of the net. But I am disappointed in the way Juve performed, because this is a game that I was expecting Juve to go out and just destroy. Monza, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. I was expecting everybody to chip in. Kenan, Dusan, Coop Miners, Conceição. These are the games you used to build your confidence. These are the confidence boosting games. Go out, score. Go out, get the assist. Go out, lift the mood, lift the camp, get that necessary confidence. Especially when you bear in mind, who's Juve's next game? Palladino's Fiorentina. Fiorentina are on fire this season. Fiorentina are on fire. As of now, with Fiorentina playing tomorrow, they are level with Juventus on 31 points in the Serie A. Put that fire in these Juve players' belly, but to win 2-1 away from home against bottom of the league, it's disappointing. I expected more. I expected more from the players. I expected more from Motta. But at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. Juve were dominant. Juve were dominant. Like, especially in the first half, you could see periods where they sustained pressure. They had Monza camped in their own half. But it's just, my biggest issue with Juve this year has always been tempo. It hasn't been quality. No, it's been tempo. I feel like the quicker you move the ball, the more you move the opposition. The opposition in football do not want to be moved. The opposition love to stay in their shape, in their strict shape. You need to move them around. You need to drag them into areas that they don't want to go into. How do you do that? Keep the ball moving quickly. Pass and go, recycle, left, right, left, drag them in, go in behind. Juve at times feel like 2, 3, 4, 5 extra touches. It slows the game down. And when it slows the game down, it means when your teammate could have received the ball 1v1 out wide in isolation, they're now receiving the ball 1v2, 1v3. And there was like a very common theme in the game today where Juve would get the ball out wide. Conceição, Kenan Yildiz lift their head up, put a cross into the box. Juve are better than this. I'll be honest with you guys. Crossing the ball into the box, it's definitely an avenue of creating chances and scoring goals, but it shouldn't be your go-to. This is a Juve team. Motta, total football. He wants to play football on the ground. Ball retention, the geometry, the shapes. Touching on the half-season review, I look at Juve and I look at the money that they spent in the summer, the players that they signed, the fact that these players, a lot of them have been in and out of the team. Conceição, there was a period where he was injured. Coop Miners, there was a period where he was injured. He might even be injured again. He's got an ab problem. Nico Gonzalez has just come back from what, 2-3 months? Losing Bremer at the beginning of the season, that was massive. That was massive. Juve didn't have Cambiasso for 2-3 games. There's been a lot of injuries. Dusan Vlahovic, there was a period where he was injured. Some of the other more notable players, Milik, he hasn't played a single minute. There's been a lot of injuries in this Juve team, and they've definitely hampered Motta. They've hampered the players on the pitch because every week you're being either utilised in a different position, being given different responsibilities, having to play with different players in different areas and different zones. You need chemistry. And how do you build chemistry? By starting the same 11 week in, week out, and let them grow together as a team. I feel like that's one luxury that Motta hasn't had this season. I'll be honest with you guys. Motta hasn't really had that luxury this season, but I still look at him as a manager and tell myself, Juve should be doing better. I'll be honest with you guys. That's the harsh truth. Juve should be doing better. Like 10 draws. When I look at the teams that Juve have drawn against this season, they shouldn't be drawing against them. They really shouldn't. Because when I look at the teams on paper, when I look at the players individually, quality for quality, skill set for skill set, Juve come out on top. But like I said, if there was one criticism, there was one flaw I had of this Juve team, it's tempo. And sometimes you see it where when Juve concede in a game and it goes 1-0 or it goes 1-1, the players' heads drop. They're not as confident on the ball anymore. They're not as brave. They resort to a lot of backwards passes. Like even today, after the Westonne McKenni goal, when Monza equalised 5-10 minutes, Juve slowed down. They weren't progressive. The players always looked for that safe pass. Why? This is Juventus. Play the game. Impose yourself. You're up against the bottom of the Serie A. Go out, play your game, trust yourself. I feel like that Juve squad as a whole, you could see at times, confidence is sky high and at times the confidence is very low. In order to raise the bar, in order to get these players very confident, you need to get them comfortable playing in this style of football. And this is why I said I sympathise with Motta, because it's very hard to implement your philosophy of football when you've got constant injuries. You need a fully fit squad where you can educate and teach these players how to play. What zone to occupy, what each zone has, how each zone has different responsibilities to work on players one-on-one, broaden their skill set, develop them. Injuries, a lot of rotation, new signings needing time to adapt to the league. These are all things that have hampered Juve, but still, having said all of that, there are games where I feel like the Juve starting 11, regardless of the tactics, regardless of the personnel, regardless of the formation, there have been games this season where I've just looked at them and thought, whatever starting 11 you put, they should go out and be able to beat a team like Venezia, a team like Cagliari. But it hasn't happened. Second half of the season, I'm expecting some consistency from Juve. I'm expecting Juve to turn those 10 draws into 5 wins. So those 10 games, split the draw count. Turn 5 out of those 10 draws into wins. That's 5, that's 15 points. 15 points goes a very long way. Second half of the season, I'm expecting some consistency because I'm looking at these players. I'm looking at Motta. I'm seeing a camp that's had 3, 4, 5 months together. They've played game after game. They've played over 20, 30 games. There should be some more rhythm. There should be some more chemistry. There should be more of an understanding. Motta should be getting more out of these players in the second half of the season. And I expect Juve to pick up and begin to play a more dominant style of football. But time will tell. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment. I will try to do a bit more of an in-depth video of this over the week. But make sure to hit the like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on another one.